We're standing just outside the Capitol here in Oklahoma City, where the legislature will return tomorrow for a special session. And I'm standing here today because our communities need relief from soaring inflation, which remains near a 40-year high. You know, President Biden's inflation crisis is out of control, and the Democrats in Washington are showing no signs of slowing down their spending spree. Yesterday, the Dow slid to a bear market for the first time since the early days of the pandemic. And last week, the Feds raised interest rates for the third straight week. You know, hardworking Oklahomans are losing money in their 401ks, their IRAs, their investments. People are having to postpone their retirement right now. The price of gas, groceries, and energy and everyday items continue to soar. The bottom line, everything is more expensive, and Oklahomans are hurting. I promised Oklahomans that I would always stand up and fight for the taxpayer. And that's what I am going to continue to do. With an historic savings account, the largest savings account our state's ever had, with $3 billion, and a projected $1 billion surplus next year, we can provide inflation relief, fiscally responsible, and we can do it now. Let's start with just ending the grocery tax. Food prices are up an historic 13.5%. Eggs are up an astronomical 40%. Butter is up 29%. Milk and bread are up 17%. This hurts real families all across our state who are doing everything they can to make ends meet and just keep up with the rising inflation cost. And I've been calling to end the grocery tax since 2019. I called for it again in February in my State of the State address. And since then, both the House and the Senate have proposed and passed several different bills to get that done. This is not a Republican or a Democrat thing. This is just a common sense thing to do. The state grocery tax is a regressive tax. In other words, it harms people on the lower income. People spend a higher percentage of their income on groceries than folks on the higher income. And you know this, we're only one of 13 states that actually taxes groceries. Ours is one of the highest. Our neighbor to the south in Texas, they don't tax groceries. Eliminating it can save families hundreds each year. And with food and grocery prices at the highest they've been since 1979, and with $3 billion in our savings, now is the time to get it done. And again, I want to be very clear. The House and Senate have already passed legislation to end the state grocery tax. In fact, the House came in just several weeks ago and passed another version. I have not given up on my colleagues in the legislature that we can come together and they can send something to my desk this very week because it's the right thing to do. And because Oklahomans need real relief right now.
For more information, you can visit tulsaworld.com.